Hey guys, just before I start this video, I wanted to let you guys know that my microphone accidentally came unplugged in the middle of recording and I wasn't aware. So luckily, my iPhone 7 was recording the audio. It still does a good job at picking it up, but it's just a little bit quieter. So you might want to turn your volume up a little bit more, but by no means is it crackly or staticky. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video. What's up guys, Billy here today bringing you guys another video. So today, to kick off my series where I'll be comparing the DJI Phantom 4 to the Mavic Pro, we are going to first take a look at the remote controllers. Now on the right here I have the DJI Mavic Pro controller, and on the left the Phantom 4 controller. This controller will pretty much be the same one that you get with the Phantom 4 Pro, although you can opt to get a screen up here rather than a mobile phone or mobile tablet holder. So I'll put the Mavic Pro controller to the side so you can take a look at the Phantom 4 controller. This one is pretty much a staple of DJI. Almost everyone knows this controller as it has been used with most of their other drones. Now these are obviously the joysticks. They do different things depending on what control settings that you're on. So this for me is up, down, side to side, or rotate left, rotate right. This is forward, backward, left, right. Many people might have different controller settings. But moving down here, you can see we do have the power button as well as the return to home button. Underneath of that, we have the LED indicators, so you can check how much battery you have left. Looking over here on the side, we do have the charging port. If you get this little flap open, plug it in right there. On the back of the controller, on the bottom, we have the C2 and C1 buttons. These can be programmed for whatever you would like. Also on the back, we have some ports here. This is the USB that you can plug into so that your phone connects to the controller. Now looking on the back, we have some different buttons. We have the record button, although I tend to always use the record button on the phone itself. This right here is to control which way the gimbal looks. It's a little wheel that you can use. This right here will control which mode that you're in. You have the regular mode, the sport mode, and the ATTI mode. Now looking over here, we have a wheel that will control the shutter if you choose to use manual camera options. Up here you have a pause button. To be honest, I'm not really sure what this is used. It could be to pause your video, but I haven't used it ever since I've gotten my drone. And then right over here is the shutter button. So if you are in the camera mode, you can take a picture. So now that we've put the Phantom 4 remote aside, this right here is the Mavic Pro remote. Now as you guys can see, this is it fully extended, but you can push them together like this and then push the top antennas together like that for traveling purposes, and that does make it a lot easier to slip in your pocket or slip in your backpack when traveling. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to fully extend it for you guys to give you a feel of what it would look like when you're flying. Now, of course, in this hole down here, you're going to be able to put your phone in there. I have the lightning cable in there for now. I like how it's a nice short cable. It just pretty much runs right through the controller. You have nothing hanging down. And if you do have an Android phone, you can pop a micro USB cable in there rather than the lightning cable. But that's about it as far as the aesthetics of the controller go. Now getting into the buttons around, of course we do have the joysticks. I do wish that they were a little bit larger or a little bit higher raised, just like the Phantom 4 one is, but I will have to get used to it. But I do know that it is made for traveling purposes, and smaller joysticks do help. Now pretty much the biggest change to this remote is the LCD screen in the middle. I'll get more into this later, but it is a huge component of this remote. Now looking at some of the buttons, this right here is the pause button. Right over here is a four-way button that you can customize. So up does one thing, down does something else, and then left and right can do anything that you please. Up here we have the power button, and we don't have any LED indicators. So if you click the power button, it'll tell you how much battery you have right there on the screen. In the top left, we have the return to home feature. It's a little out of the way, which I do enjoy because sometimes I would accidentally hit the return to home button when it was right by my fingers on the Phantom 4 remote. Now looking on the side, we have the sport mode control right here. So if you flip it up, you'll go into sport mode, and then flipping it down, of course, will be just regular, the P mode. I do like how it's located on the side and out of the way. Sometimes when I would try to change my gimbal speed, I would accidentally flip into sport mode and my drone would go flying, which obviously isn't good. You don't want to crash these things. Now looking on the back, we do have the C1 and C2 buttons again. As I told you on the Phantom 4 remote, these are completely customizable. Looking on the back, over here we have the camera shutter button. We also have the wheel to change the shutter. Looking over here, we have the record button when you're recording video. And down here we have the gimbal wheel so that it lets you control which way the gimbal looks. One thing that I did forget to mention is that there is a little USB port on the bottom. This can be used to plug in your phone to connect to the drone if you do forget this little cable right over here. So now that we've taken a look around the remote at the different buttons and controls, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek at this LED screen in the middle right here. I think that this is the biggest turn on about this remote. Obviously, it's a lot smaller, but it does pack a smaller battery, which can suck at some times. But again, looking at this, you guys can see I have no phone plugged into this. So if your phone does die while you're flying, which has happened to me a few times, you guys can still monitor what's going on your drone. So just to tell you guys what all this means, up in the top left, we do have a miles per hour reader to show you guys just how fast you're going. Along the top, we also have a GPS signal strength. In the middle, we have the battery power of the aircraft. Right here, we have the signal from the remote to the drone itself. So as you guys can see, it's pretty much bars, just like a cell phone is. And then in the top right, we have RPMs. Now in the middle, we pretty much have a status indicator. Right now it's telling me that I'm ready to go, but maybe let's say you flip into sport mode, it'll let you know that you're in sport mode. So it pretty much tells you the status of your drone. Now underneath right here, as you guys can see where it says 29%, this right here indicates how much battery I have in the controller itself. On the right side, you can see the SD card status. It's a little bit blurry, but that's pretty much a little SD card indicator. Down the bottom left, it'll tell you guys how much clearance you have underneath of your drone, the height of your drone, as well as how high or how far away your drone is, the distance from the remote. So anyway, that's about it as far as the LED screen. I really do enjoy this feature, and it really does help when you're flying. So that's about it as far as the comparison between these remotes. Of course, the Phantom 4 remote and the Mavic Pro remote both have their pros and cons. For instance, this has a bigger battery than the Mavic Pro remote, leading to this, the Mavic Pro remote, not being able to charge your device. And it also does die a lot quicker, but with a smaller battery comes a smaller remote, so this will definitely be able to fit in your backpack or fit in your pocket, wherever you can really fit it. So anyway, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow's video is going to be looking at the drone itself, doing a little size comparison as well as a portability comparison, so definitely stay tuned for that. But again, if you enjoyed this video, leave it a like and subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.